Coming up, the Cardinals got some major breaking news from ESPN's Adam Schefter that could have an impact on their season. And then The Athletic named a Cardinals candidate who has the most on the line this year, the most to prove. We're looking at both those things and more on Cardinals Today, presented by Prize Picks. Remember, use code HMA and play your first $5. If you win, get $150 in lineups. This is why you hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're a diehard Cardinals fan, subscribe for Cardinals breaking news whenever it happens. I'll have you covered all season long for your Arizona Cardinals. So let's start with what Adam Schefter had to say about the Arizona Cardinals and this breaking news here in Arizona. The NFL suspended Cardinals personnel executive Ryan Gold indefinitely for violating the league's gambling policy, which was reported. And there's a lot more to this story that Schefter has now put out. He wrote an article on all the details, so let's get everybody up to speed here because the story is kind of wild. So Adam Schefter tells us that the NFL on Friday said its investigation determined that Gold provided confidential, non-public, inside information regarding the 2026 draft selections by the Cardinals before the picks were announced, and that Gold also participated in parlay bets on NFL and college games. The league didn't say to whom Gold had provided the information. Well, this is an awful double whammy. Now you've got betting and gambling issues, which we know the NFL has a strong no-tolerance policy for, hence why Brendan Sorsby couldn't even enter the NFL supplemental draft. And funny enough, Ryan Gold is the Cardinals' director of college scouting. I bet he was interested in Brendan Sorsby. And then leaking information about the Cardinals draft class to names that they don't know who. Ryan Gold, however, is disputing this. He says the accusations, quote, are blatantly false, and then bro is blaming his wife for the bets that went down. I mean, this guy's serious. So let's look at that from Adam Schefter, as Ryan Gold is not going down without a fight. Caspino, who is Gold's attorney, said that the gambling activity was Gold's wife making $10 weekly bets with a group of high school friends on parlays, and that Gold was not involved. He also said that Gold could not have divulged the Cardinals' draft picks because he didn't know who they were picking, and that only team owner Michael Bidwill and general manager Monty Ostenfurt did. And Gold's attorney continued and says, we have demanded on appeal, and we look forward to clearing his good name. His attorney also mentioned that he doesn't think the NFL has a good case. So this is a real legal battle here going on right now, and this could definitely impact the Arizona Cardinals personnel structure. And, I mean, the 2027 class is the one the Cardinals are focused on. Well, they might be losing their director of college scouting, right? If you didn't know, that is who Mr. Gold is. In his 13th season with the Cardinals, he was just promoted to Director of College Scouting in 2025. Before that, he was the Assistant Director of College Scouting for multiple years. And so that is his specialty. And I see some folks are like, who cares? I mean, he hasn't gotten us anywhere so far, right? Let's get him out of here. Let's get a new one anyway. That is what some folks are saying. But he did just receive a promotion. The Cardinals drafted pretty well in 2025, so let's see if this really impacts their seasons going forward now. The NFL put out a statement on this matter as well, saying that the gambling policy, which is annually reviewed with all NFL personnel, strictly prohibits anyone in the NFL from participating in or facilitating any form of sports gambling and from providing third parties non-public information. Although there is no reason to believe the integrity of any NFL game was affected, the league takes any violation of the gambling policy the utmost seriousness. Well, it definitely didn't affect any of the games because otherwise he was trying not to win games last year. But the Arizona Cardinals did make a statement of their own in response to the NFL as well. So if you want to see what Arizona has to say, stick around, and then we'll get to plenty more on this situation and more. Before we do that, though, I do want to let you guys know today's show is made possible by SeatGeek. When it's time to get out of the house, there are not many better options right now than a sporting event. Use code CHAT10 to get 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. MLB is in full swing. NFL schedule is out. And maybe you want to go with someone to a concert. Drake, Taylor Swift, either way, SeatGeek will have your back. And with SeatGeek being MLB's official ticket marketplace, your tickets are fully guaranteed, instantly fulfilled in your account after purchase. I'm also looking at those Cardinals 9 home games this season. I want to watch Jeremiah Love's rookie season up close and in person. It'll be electric to go to a home game and see that in his rookie year. And like I said, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket's rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. And of course, I have a code for you guys. You can use code CHAT10 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. That's 10% off any tickets with promo code CHAT10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek. Let's get to the Arizona Cardinals statement now on this matter. The NFL's policies and expectations for all employees are clear, comprehensive, and consistently communicated. We fully support the league's decision in this matter, which involves a single employee. Our focus remains on preparing for the start of training camp next week in the 2026 season. So the Arizona Cardinals, quote, fully support the league's decision. They're not going to bat for their guy. They're not arguing it. They're saying, if he did this, we want him out of here. Yes, go do the investigation, right? And so you've got a little bit more dysfunction in Arizona in one sense that they had no idea that this was going on. I mean, that's the claim, that they had no idea that Mr. Gold was betting and leaking inside information. So that's terrible, and that's highly dysfunctional. However, I do like that the Cardinals are making it clear that they are okay with this investigation and just focusing on the 2026 season instead of this guy, right? Like, dang, that's brutal. We got a season to get ready for, despite what the narrative is about the Arizona Cardinals, like, they're trying to win football games. So they don't need this right now. Especially bad teams don't need this kind of drama surrounding them. There's already enough drama surrounding the Arizona Cardinals with Jacoby Brissett situation. Doesn't look like it's being resolved anytime soon. And training camp starts tomorrow. I mean, like, there's already a lot going on that they don't need on their plate. This is just added fuel that the Cardinals could, frankly, do without, but also be a little bit more thorough in regards to their employees in the front office. ESPN also said that the NFL said the Cardinals fully cooperated with the investigation and that the league has seen no indication that any other member of the organization, coach or player, was aware of or involved in this activity. The league also said there was no indication that any play or game was affected by this activity. So sort of what I was just saying, right? They're saying the Cardinals had no idea. Nobody knew except for this guy who was doing it behind everybody's back. So let me know your one-word reaction to this Cardinals news. This is bizarre, to be quite honest. Comment down below if you had to describe in one word your reaction to this news. Let me know what it would be in that comment section. But kind of just a wild situation overall for the Arizona Cardinals and their front office. I will let you guys know if there's any updates, but right now, Mr. Gold is suspended indefinitely due to this wild situation involving betting and leaking inside information that, again, he says it was his wife placing the bets. But if he was leaking info to her, even if that were true, that doesn't get you out of jail, okay? The NFL takes it super seriously, and this investigation will be thorough. The legal battle will be ongoing, as Mr. Gold's attorney says that he thinks the NFL has no case, and he wasn't been part of all this at all, but sort of came out of nowhere, the NFL saying they think they found something here. So that's that story. Next up, one that maybe could be a little better in 2026. We'll see. The Athletic has a Arizona Cardinal player with the most on the line next season. Let's see who that is in just a moment. But I also want to shout out our really good friends over at Prize Picks. Today's show also made possible by Prize Picks, and it's time to cash in with Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. It's the best place to win cash while watching sports. The app is really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. For example, I have a 2-pick power play in the W. Once again, this worked so well for me yesterday. I'm running it back, and I'm picking the more on Olivia Miles, points, rebounds, and assists. I'm also going to pick the more on Asia Wilson points, more than 19.5 for her. Both these players did this in their last game, and I feel confident about them doing it again. So I could double my money here. $20 lineup, payout $40, guys. And Prize Picks now is early payouts. If your player gets off the hot start, you now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And if you're a new user, we have a new offer for you guys. That's right, folks. Play your first $5 and get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. PrizePicks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join. Lock in and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. So the player that The Athletic is listing with the most on the line is Darius Robinson. Of all players on the Cardinals roster, they point to Darius Robinson. What do they have to say about that? Marvin Harrison Jr. would also work here, but Robinson does not deserve a free pass. He's a 2024 first-round pick who so far hasn't played like it. At 6'5", 285 pounds, perhaps no one looks the part more than Robinson on the practice field. It's time for him to make his mark. A defensive front with rush specialist Josh Sweat, second-year tackle Walter Nolan, and an improved Robinson could serve as an anchor for a unit that needs a boost. Robinson has not had an easy path. His calf injury limited him to 6 games his rookie season. Last year, he made 12 starts in what was essentially his first pro season. This year, he needs to become the impact player the Cardinals envision. You know, it's absolutely a fantastic point being made by The Athletic here. I mean, again, they obviously could have gone with Marvin Harrison Jr. having the most on the line because he was a 4th overall pick, but switch it up a little bit. Let's pick Darius Robinson, right, who also was a first-round pick, has a lot of intangibles, right, with that size, but are waiting for this to come to fruition on the field, right? And so in that defensive line room right now on your screen, you know, Josh Sweat, it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere at the moment, even though reports have suggested that he wants out. But his production could maybe help Darius Robinson finally play what we thought he would play like when being drafted in the first round. So I do think it was a good point made by The Athletic there. And I do wonder, do you guys think we'll get the breakout season next season from Darius Robinson? Let me know in the comments section right now. Will Darius Robinson break out in 2026? If you think he will, type Y for yes. If you think it's not gonna do well, then type N for no. Let me know in the comments section by dropping a letter down below. And I appreciate you guys for tuning into today's show and making it interactive by getting your comments in the comments section. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe to Cardinals Today for more Cardinals updates. I'll have more coming your way pretty soon.